Welcome to SVG-TV's news for Thursday, April 28, 2016. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Shrugging off a call for him to step aside as leader of the opposition New Democratic Party by its founder Sir James Mitchell earlier this week, President of the NDP Anim Eustace told SVG-TV News earlier today that a response on the issue is not even necessary.
After talk yesterday about statements made by Sir James on radio, all I wish to say in regard to Sir James' statements, I will not even bother to respond to his statements. The public is already making its own judgments, and that's how it should stand. So there will be no comment on that matter coming from me.
Eustace also dismisses talks that he has given up his position as leader of the NDP.
I also heard that I resigned.
Yeah, did you resign, Mr. Eustace?
Yeah.
Did you resign?
Resign from what? I do not hear that I resigned. But I don't know what I resigned from. Because I have not tendered any resignation or even discussed any resignation with anyone. So I hear these things in the radio. I have not resigned from anything.
As the matter pertaining to two election petitions have been adjourned until May 12, 2016, with further directions from the court, lawyers representing the government in the matter, Graham Ballers and Richard Williams, said they are not carrying out delay tactics. They say this accusation by the NDP lawyers is unfounded and they want the process to be heard.
These election matters are matters of importance. They are matters that should be done expeditiously. They are not matters that should be hanging over the head of the public. It's things that we should have finalists as soon as possible. No, obviously not. Because there is no reason for us to delay. We want the matter, our application for the strike. And we were not really at force to have it go this morning. Obviously, every time we try to get our matter called, we have the other side makes objections saying that we should wait, the time is not right as yet. So, it's not really our fault. We really want to have these matters done as expeditiously as possible.
I don't understand how they could say that we are delaying the hearing of the petition. The court has already ruled that the petitions are not properly before the court. The hearing of the petitions has already pronounced that they will be striking them out. We want that to be heard.
And opposition leader Anim Eustace called on persons to have faith as the legal process continues in the hearing of the election petitions. Eustace told our news team that he doesn't want any more delay tactics and looks forward to May 12, 2016 when the case will be heard.
The hearing today has put in a position where some new decisions obviously will be taken. You've heard some of the comments of the judge itself, and the process of getting to the Court of Appeal to do some of these matters is now much clearer. And by the 12th of May, I'm pretty sure when we meet there again, we'll have a settlement with regard to that. I don't want to comment much more on the case and the specifics of the case. We have to have some faith, you know. With election petitions, you're also going to have a certain amount of advocacy on both sides, and to that extent, I'm not worried about that, except that I prefer the matter to be handled more speedily than it's now being handled. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
And lawyer for the opposition New Democratic Party, Stanley Storky John, says that the judge's ruling today was sensible.
I think that the judge appreciates the situation and he has left no doubt as to how he considers the matter should be dealt with now. He has adopted the advice which we endeavor to give to the court, that in all the circumstances the appropriate thing is to have these issues of law go up to the Court of Appeals so the Court of Appeal can pronounce. He has made it abundantly clear what his view is. That will save time, it will save expense, it will save a whole deal of aggravation. And it will avoid controversy as regards the administration of justice, the judiciary, and it's a sensible thing to do.
And our news team also took the opportunity to get the views of some persons outside the courthouse today on the matter.
They bring a closure where justice will make its mark as a precedent, and we expect without any delay that the petition should be granted today and a date should be set in relation to the commencements of the case.
And I think the public should know what is going on. The petition should go forward.
How are you doing?
Nothing at all, but I'm alright. It's a journey anyway.
It's a what?
A journey. I think the matter's a journey.
No surprise. No surprise. Just they're here and it's a journey. But I'll leave the lawyers to talk about it.
I'll leave the lawyers to talk about that. Yeah?
Eustace soon will be the Prime Minister. We were waiting for it, and God is a good God, and you know Eustace will get it. If it's an open court, everybody should be hearing what's happening. We weren't able to hear. We were not able to hear the judge. Now, secondly, any idiot would know today was not set for a trial for the petitions.
Today's living evidence that Estefan is playing games with the justice system, and no one should be allowed to play the courts in a circles. As the judge clearly stated up there, Estefan's continuously raising irrelevant issues in relation to the matter.
Today must be seen as a victory for the NDP. And Estefan is... Where is Estefan? He's not here today. What's the problem with him? But today must be seen as a big win for the NDP.
All I'm here for is to make sure that I witness what is going on in the courts, see what and make my own judgment from there.
In other news, the government of SVG is currently exploring the possibility of medicinal marijuana. This revelation was made by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves at a media conference earlier today, where he addressed several issues of national interest. PM Gonsalves pointed out that there is currently an interest by foreign entities to create a possible pharmaceutical industry here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Investors are also interested in pursuing with us, and we are in early days of discussion about possible cultivation of marijuana in very strict conditions. A possible pharmaceutical industry based on marijuana here, and a pharmaceutical industry for other things, not just in relation to the extracts, and also for possible export to Canada, which grants licenses for medical marijuana. Now, you would appreciate that issue with marijuana, or the marijuana industry, is a complicated one, and laws would have to be reviewed. Remember, we're talking about medical marijuana.
PM Gonsalves said while he has confidence that once marijuana is cultivated in a controlled and regulated way for medical purposes, it will gain public support. He said he is, however, uncertain if the same can be said about marijuana for religious and recreational purposes.
Should we go beyond medical marijuana and go for decriminalization of marijuana for religious or recreational use? In Jamaica, they say you can do that for up to 2 ounces. Well, 2 ounces is a lot of marijuana. You know, 2 ounces is a sizable amount of marijuana. I am not so sure that the population in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I feel pretty sure that they will support a controlled and regulated marijuana industry for pharmaceutical, for medicinal purposes, for medical marijuana. But to go further, it might be a bridge too far for them. And this matter has to be therefore considered.
And PM Gonsalves has rubbish claims that Deputy Prime Minister Sir Louis Straker is an American citizen. Dr. Gonsalves calls the accusations an attempt to shake the confidence in Central Leeward.
Of course not. I mean, the very fact that you asked the question to show you how idiocy if a lot of people can come mainstream. All that, you know, is not, they don't intend for that to be taken seriously, you know. All that is intended to do is to see if they can shake confidence in people in Central Leeward. You know what I mean? Even when the judge says, listen, if this application to strike out the petitions is made at the start of the petition, start of the hearing of the petitions, the application is bound to succeed. They twist that into every other which way. That's plain English language. They have a problem.
Prime Minister also responded to a question laid by the opposition leader Annie Eustace calling for an account of $20 million which was to be paid to the government for the sale of 40 acres of land in Canouan. PM Gonzalez pointed out that he has repeatedly explained that the lands were sold 3 years ago and the government received a small portion of the money, but due to an issue between the developers, they are yet to receive the balance of the money.
20 million we were supposed to get for it. Remember after we got the first 5 million when the agreement was signed, 5 million US. And we were to get the balance in 4 equal installments. The first installment was a little late. And then I complained that I couldn't get any more of the money because of the 2-year plus dispute between Mr. Saladino and Mr. Desmond. And I reported how I even went to England to try and see if I could talk to them down here. I just couldn't understand that the leader of the opposition is so isolated from the world of what is taking place.
Police have laid 5 additional charges against Veron Primus, who was charged recently with the murder of real estate agent Charlene Graves of Calico. Primus, a 29-year-old unemployed of Vermont, was charged today, April 28, 2016, with kidnapping and 4 other charges of a sensitive nature. He was charged on April 21, 2016, with causing the death of Graves between November 12 and 13, 2015, at her business place, Bijou Real Estate Agency at Annisvale. Graves, a 36-year-old resident of Calico, was discovered shortly after 9 a.m. on November 13, 2015, with multiple stab wounds about her body. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Graves' death is recorded as the 24th homicide for 2015. An attorney for Veron Primus and senior prosecutor for the Director of Public Prosecution, Adolphus Delplesh, both called for respect for the justice system.
The presumption of innocence needs to be respected, and all individuals are innocent until proven otherwise. That's it. I have no other comment.
The accused is innocent until proven guilty at this stage. The justice system work, and whatever happens, let us respect that. That's all I would say for the moment.
And a female body fished out of the beach at Indian Bay earlier this week has been identified. The body is said to be that of 46-year-old Hazelyn George of Lodge Village. A post-mortem examination was expected to be performed on her body today. As part of efforts to facilitate emergency and non-emergency communications at sea, the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, the NTRC, in collaboration with the SVG Coast Guard Services and the Fisheries Division, hosted a training session on the Global Maritime Distress and Safety System, the GMDSS, last evening for fisher folk. According to the NTRC Universal Service Fund Administrator, Kyron Duncan, the initiative forms part of the NTRC Maritime Project and seek to ensure that fisher folk are equipped with the proper skills to communicate efficiently at sea.
One of the major concerns which was identified was the fact that not enough training was being provided in the use of the radios, and we decided to host a series of training. So I urge the fishermen and other users of the VHF system who are here today to please ask the various questions when time comes during the training session. Please don't be afraid. The GMDSS is basically a system which is in place for VHF use at sea. The training would be held in Union Island, Barley, Kealakwa, and in Beckway.
Chief Fisheries Officer Jennifer Howard noted that her division was very happy to be part of the training session for the promotion of safety at sea, which is a critical issue, one that her ministry has and will continue to work on.
The Fisheries Division is in the process of finalizing a basic fisherman training course manual, which will be used to train our fishermen in different aspects of fishing-related activities. This is being funded by the government of Japan under the Carifico project. The ultimate goal is to reduce the incidence of fishermen being lost at sea, although over the years we have seen a reduction in this area. But the ultimate goal is to provide as much training as possible to the fishers.
Outlining other initiatives that are underway, Howard noted that the Fisheries Division sees it fit to promote and develop capacity building and safety awareness. She further urged the participants to put what they learned to proper practice.
Let me take this opportunity to wish you all the best and good luck. This training will be beneficial to you, the Fisheries Division, your families, and the people of St. Vincent the Grenadines. And remember, safety is first in everything that you do.
Digicel SVG has partnered with the government through the Ministry of Economic Planning, Sustainable Development, Industry, Information and Labor to celebrate yet another International Girls in ICT Day. This activity sought to inspire young ladies to choose and pursue a career in ICT. 14 girls from the Chumuka Ontario Secondary School were selected to participate in the activity. Digicel's marketing manager Daniel Cupid explained more about International Girls Day in ICT and what inspired this activity.
The International Telecommunication Union, which is the body of the United Nations that is responsible for information and communication technologies, has designated the fourth Thursday in April each year as International Girls in ICT Day. The Girls in ICT is a global effort to raise awareness on empowering and encouraging girls and young women to consider studies and careers in information and communication technologies. The gap in internet user penetration rate between males and females is 5.4% in developed countries and 15.4% in developing countries. It has also been found that only 13% of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics (STEM) workforce is made up of women. With this in mind, Digicel SVG, as a mobile and full telecommunications provider and a company that is fully committed towards the empowerment and development of women, considers today's activities extremely vital towards improving female participation and involvement in ICT.
The finalists to compete in the Best New Song competition, which is scheduled for Saturday, May 8, 2016, at the launch of Vincy Mass, has been announced. In the Calypso category, the finalists are Grantley Hyper Constant with his song For Better or Worse, Cleopatra Hendrickson with a song People Will Be Nice, and Kensley Hero Roberts with Foot Test. The finalists in the soca category are Aurelia Cahalia Beach with Takeover, Bernard Metalist John with Hands Keep Jumping, and Kingsley Hero Roberts with Pressing Gas. The three finalists in the Raga soca category are Aurelia Cahalia Beach with A. Kamara Kido Fraser with Fast, and Ozari Matthews with Ben Over. All finalists and a representative from the band Kinetic are asked to attend a meeting in Victoria Park tomorrow, Friday, April 29, 2016, commencing at 10 in the morning.